All right, so I'm here with Joe McCarthy, and some big news that we are proud to be able to break to the state of New Hampshire. Joe McCarthy, many people around the state know him as a star basketball player for Bishop Girton. Right now it's middle of the season for basketball, but Joe committing to play baseball at Southern New Hampshire University over in Manchester recently. So Joe, congratulations on that, and want to talk about your decision to commit to SNU and when exactly you made that choice and how you came to it.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy decision. I decided about maybe around a month ago, but when it came down to choosing my school, I really like SNU. I like the environment, like the feel, and the location, and most importantly, the players and coaching staff. So yeah. And
so as a baseball player, a lot of people know you as a basketball player, but talk about your development as a player. And I understand you're two-way player. You can pitch, you can also hit pretty good as well. How have you developed over the last few years as a baseball player playing at BG here?
Over the years, I've developed pretty well. A lot of that's because of the coaching staff and Coach Painter, and we just work hard in practice, and I've been able to get better every year, and I've been getting noticed. So pretty excited.
Did you go to any particular showcases or camps or playing any big tournaments that they were able to get you noticed over the last couple of years?
Yeah, instead of playing football this year, I decided to play for the Granite State Showcase League, and I actually got a lot of exposure through that. So yeah, that's pretty much where I got all of my looks.
And are you going to be primarily a pitcher for SNU, or are you gonna hit as well, or play out in the field?
I'm going to be primarily a pitcher, but maybe freshman year I could maybe try and play the field at the collegiate level, but mostly my future is on the mound.
How fast can you throw? And what are the other pitches that you also throw?
This fall I topped out at 89, but I throw fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. So I just enough pitches to keep the hitters off balance.
You consider yourself a power pitcher or more of a finesse pitcher, or how do you try to attack hitters when you're out there on the mound?
Definitely a power pitcher. I like to go after the hitters, see what they have, and yeah, I just like to attack them.
Whether it's in a AAU game or a showcase league or playing for BG, what's the best game that you ever had on the mound, and what's the most strikeouts you've ever had in a game?
I actually haven't really kept track of my stats like that, but I think pretty much my best game is whenever I can get a win for my team. So I'm pretty just excited with that.
And did you also get recruited for basketball? I mean, a lot of people, will also know that you're one of the better basketball players around the state as well. Did you get recruited for both sports? And at what point did you decide that baseball was the sport you wanted to try and play in college?
Yeah, I got some looks from basketball, but baseball was the first sport I've ever played, so it was really my love. So when it came down to deciding whether or not what sport to pick, I chose baseball.
At what point did you decide? Did you always think growing up that baseball was your main sport?
No, pretty much my favorite sport was whatever season it was. But when I had to actually sit down and think of what sport I want to continue playing, baseball was in my heart, so I chose that.
And as for committing to SNU, obviously that's pretty close to home. Your family and friends will be able to see you pitch. Was that part of your decision as well?
Yeah, that was a huge part. I actually wanted my family to be able to come see me play some college games, so that was a huge factor when it came down to the decision.
And talk about the conference, the NE10, obviously a very competitive conference. Other kids from New Hampshire that have gone on and play, over there. You got Zach Matthew from Pinkerton is playing at Franklin Pierce. Franklin Pierce is a very good program. And there was Jake Finnegan from Londonderry playing at UMass Lowell, a pitcher as well. So some pretty good players that go on to play in that league.
Yeah, I mean the NE10 is a great league, a lot of competition. One thing as a pitcher that I really enticed me was the wood bats. So I like that. But yeah, there's a lot of great players. I mean, there's players from North and South, Ted Christie and Matt Lipkin going there next year. So I'm excited for it.
What was your biggest influence as a player that influenced your development to get to the next level for baseball?
Pretty much like my family and like my teammates and coaches. They always supported me throughout, so I'd just like to thank them.
So congratulations to Joe McCarthy going on to play baseball at Southern New Hampshire University next year. Congratulations, Joe. Best of luck at SNU and the rest of the basketball season and baseball season as well. For the New Hampshire Notebook, NHNotebook.com, I'm Jeremy Levier.